welcome to another episode of Tech with Dana. Today's topic will be what is AI. So AI, which is short for artificial intelligence, is a technology that allows computers or machines to learn and make decisions similar to humans. So start thinking of it like in maps and routes. So whenever we use Google Maps or other map applications to recommend for us the best route to take on a way, that's usually using AI. If we think of e-commerce shopping, have you ever been buying a couple of stuff and then you see an e-commerce start recommending other things that you would probably also like to buy? This is also with the help of AI, trying to see how would a salesperson actually recommend different things that you would buy in an actual physical store. We can also think of voice assistants such as Siri, Alexa, and Google. Also something that we have now thanks to AI. Streaming movie recommendations that we currently see, like in Netflix, when they recommend you'd probably like this series because you watched that, and so on. And then the chatbots that are currently becoming very common in web applications, where if you have an issue or you'd like to ask questions, you have a bot that you can speak to and will understand what do you want and try to respond to their best of knowledge. So now, if you're wondering how does AI actually work, there are multiple techniques of AI to accomplish the specific task it's set out to do. For this video, we will be discussing two different techniques, which is called machine learning and natural language processing, short for NLP. So you can think of the techniques as different ways to solve different kind of problems. So let's dive into machine learning. So machine learning is a technique to enable making predictions and decisions based on a set of data. So recommending a movie or doing recommendations of what you should buy online and so on. If we want to see what does machine learning actually mean, machine learning programs are computer programs that can learn and grow on their own without programming. So similar to how a human actually learns and improves by repeatedly doing the same thing or different task, a machine learning algorithm can improve performance by analyzing and learning from a vast amount of data. So if you don't know what algorithm is, you can think of algorithm as a set of instructions to perform a specific task. So you have a set of rules or set of steps that you have to take in order to perform a task. For instance, if you want to cook, if you want to bake, you know that there's a specific way of doing a cake and you have to follow them one by one eventually to put the cake in the oven and get the cake. So the final output of machine learning is the creation of a model that is used for prediction. Now, unlike with the word model in real life, an AMOD model is a mathematical or computational representation of a system designed to predict something. So simplistically speaking, it's like a function where you give it an input and it will return an output. And in this case, back to the movie recommendation, a model to recommend a movie will have the user's watched movie as input, and then the output will be a prediction of most probable movie to watch. If you still think this is a bit confusing, we're going to go back into an example of machine learning. Let's say we want to create a machine learning model that detects what animal am I showing. So in this case, if I show them a picture of this dog, I want the model to be able to say, this is a dog. To start first, you have to get a lot of labeled data of animals. As we said in machine learning, they rely on an initial set of data that they will use to learn and then be able to predict. So in this case, we have a set of data for a lot of animals. And as you see, we'll say this is a picture of a giraffe, this is a picture of an owl, a panda, an elephant, and so on. And we feed it into this model. And what happens is that from this data, the model starts learning how to differentiate different animals based on features, such as the shape of its ears, the colors of its fur, the texture. So you can think of it, it's like how a human would be able to differentiate different animals based on the way they look, the color of their skin, and so on. The model will be doing the same. Once it's able to do that, then we will have a model that is ready to detect. So once then we give the input as the picture and ask the model to try to compute, it will start checking different elements and features of this image to try to identify what animal it is. And then finally, voila, it will tell us it's a dog. So you can think of machine learning as a way you train a program to perform an action like a human would do it. Of course, it's not going to be always perfect as a human, but there's always a level of accuracy so you know how well it is. Now we can go to the second technique of AI, which is natural language processing, or what we call NLP. So NLP is simply translating human speech or text into something that the computer can understand and respond to. So let's dive into how NLP actually works. The moment I speak, my speech has to be converted into text. And then this text will have to be broken down into separate sentences, so it will be able to analyze the context of these sentences. And then there will be text analysis. And this text analysis will include things like extracting keywords or identify grammatical parts. This will help them identify if I'm asking what is the weather, or I'm asking them play me some music, or what's in my bank account. So this analysis will help identify the context of my words. And then they also try to identify specific names. Am I saying what's the weather in Paris, or am I asking, or what's the best weather in Spain? And then there will be sentiment analysis. And sentiment analysis is to try to identify the tone of the text. So just like when we're chatting with friends, I can tell when my friend's being pissed, or she's being nice, or she's asking for something, or she's in a hurry. Sentiment analysis allows them also to understand the tone behind the text. So in NLP, they try to combine different text analysis once the speech is converted to text, to have the final answer of, is this person asking, or what is the function that I need to do? So if you think of it, this is how things first started, from converting text into speech, into documents, that later on helped us be able to have conversations with chatbots to ask questions and get help, or customer service help, from speaking with voice assistants to using translation from one language to another while maintaining the same context. So whenever I want to translate something from one language, it will be able to understand my context and then translate it in the same context but in a different language. AI is a vast and really interesting topic. I hope this video was able to give you a bit of an intro of what AI is and how it works. Feel free to comment if you would like to know more about any specific topic. And as always, if you like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe to stay tuned. Bye!